Greetings everyone, and welcome to my coin collection. Today's coins are an annual set released by Ukraine in 2019. It features the standard circulating 10 and 50 kopek, and 1, 2 and 5 Hryvnia coins, as well as 3 10 Hryvnia coins celebrating the armed forces of the Ukraine. 3 other armed forces of the Ukraine coins focused on the Air Force, Remembrance Day for the Fallen, and the State Border Guard Service were also released in 2019 but are not a part of this set. Back in video number 43, I featured a 5 Hryvnia commemorative coin from 2014, which celebrated the liberation from the Nazis 70 years earlier. Somewhat ironic given the claims of another country that they are supposedly liberating the country from the Nazis now. On the front of the packaging are the Ukrainian words for duty, valour and memory. Evidence of the Hryvnian culture in the Crimean mountains indicates settlement by modern humans in Ukraine and its vicinity to 32,000 BCE. Over the succeeding period, an enormous variety of people groups have occupied the territory. From about the 3rd to the 5th centuries, the first identifiable Slavic archaeological culture, the Kiev culture, emerged around what is modern-day Kiev, hence the name. As mentioned 2 videos ago, Old Great Bulgaria was situated in the south and east of modern Ukraine as well as part of the west of Russia during the 7th century. The concept of a nation of Ukraine and Ukrainian as a nationality emerged with the Ukrainian national revival in the mid-18th century. A peasant revolt in 1768 and 69 led to the eventual partition of the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth, which had been in control of the region until that time. Most of Ukraine was incorporated into the Russian Empire under the reign of Catherine the Great, including the first annexation of the Crimea by Russia in 1783. 1917's Communist Revolution in Russia led to the Ukrainian War of Independence between 1917 and 1921. By 1919, Ukraine was in chaos, with 6 different armies operating on its territory. Kiev changed hands 5 times in less than a year, but by 1921, Ukraine had been incorporated into the Soviet Union. World War II saw significant conflict across the territory of Ukraine. The total losses inflicted upon the Ukrainian population during the war are estimated at 6 million people, including an estimated 1.5 million Jews killed by the Einsatzgruppen. 1.4 million of the Soviet troop losses were ethnic Ukrainians. More than 700 cities and towns and 28,000 villages were destroyed. The situation was worsened by a famine in 1946 and 47, with even the lowest estimate in the tens of thousands of deaths. In 1945, the Ukrainian SSR became one of the founding members of the United Nations organization, part of a special agreement at the Yalta Conference. On the 21st of January 1990, in memory of the 1919 unification of the Ukrainian People's Republic and the West Ukrainian National Republic, over 300,000 Ukrainians organized a human chain for Ukrainian independence between Kyiv and Lviv. On July 16, 1990, the new parliament adopted the Declaration of State Sovereignty of Ukraine, establishing the principles of self-determination, democracy, independence, and the priority of Ukrainian law over Soviet law. A referendum and the first presidential elections took place on the 1st of December 1991. More than 92% of the electorate expressed their support for the act of independence, and they elected Leonid Kravchuk as the first president of Ukraine. The obverse of the 2 kopek coins features the national coat of arms, with the country name above and the date below. If it were coloured, we would see a blue shield with a gold trident. It is officially referred to as the emblem of the royal state of Vladimir the Great, who was the first Grand Prince of Kiev, or, colloquially, the Trizub. It was officially adopted on the 19th of February 1992. It's flanked on the coins by sprigs of wheat and viburnum, and the mint mark from the National Mint in Kiev is below the sprigs on the right. Both coins are made from brass-plated steel. The reverse of the 1 Hryvnia coin features the face of Vladimir the Great, with his name written underneath the profile. On the 2 Hryvnia reverse, we see the face of Yaroslav the Wise. A portrait of the hetman of Ukraine, Bogdan Khmelnytsky, is on the reverse of the 5 Hryvnia. The first of the 10 Hryvnia coins features the Soldier KRAZ 6322. It's an all-terrain, 6-wheel drive, high-mobility tactical vehicle designed and built by Ukrainian PJSC Autokraz to support multiple mission needs of land forces. The Soldier is the basic vehicle of the armed forces of the Ukraine, which may be used as a ballast prime mover to transport planes at airfields, artillery pieces and other things. It demonstrates exceptional off-road performance, manoeuvrability and speed characteristics in extreme climatic and road conditions. The image shows it moving upwards and leaving the tyre tracks behind. This second coin celebrates military medics. These are people whose profession combines medical and military knowledge. They wholeheartedly serve their homeland and, by saving the lives of its defenders every day, they perform the feat of showing mercy, valour and steadfastness. Here we see a military medic administering medical aid to a wounded soldier while fighting is going on. There are smooth silhouettes of a helicopter and a group of military officers taking a stretcher to the soldier to the left. Beneath is the legend, "Standing Guard Over Life." The third 10 Hryvnia celebrates Ukrainian soldiers who've participated in peacekeeping operations. Since independence in 1992, about 40,000 Ukrainian service personnel had participated in international peacekeeping operations. On the reverse here we see, surrounded by a floral ornament against a smooth background, the legend, duty, valour, memory. The technical specifications of the coins are featured on the inside of the packaging. On the reverse of both the 10 and 50 kopeck coins, we see the value in the centre of the coin, with the numeral above and the denomination below. The obverse of the 1, 2 and 5 Hryvnia coins features the Ukrainian trident emblem, the trizub, which we'd seen in larger form on the obverse of the 10 and 50 kopecks. Here it sits over the country name, while below that we see a large numerical denomination inside a decorative wreath which has the date inscribed upon it at the base. The obverse for the Soldier 10 Hryvnia has Ukraine's small coat of arms to the right against a smooth background, below which is the legend Ukraine. Against a matte background is the stylized drawing of the vehicle in two different perspectives and the coin's face value, 10 Hryvnia, below. To the left is the coin's issue year, 2019, to the right is the mint mark. The Medic 10 Hryvnia coin obverse has an outer ring with the coat of arms on the left, the country name at the top, the coin's issue year 2019 on the right, and the coin's face value 10 Hryvnia below. In the centre are flames, inside of which is a cross, a symbol of medicine, with the flames being surrounded by shards which resemble camouflage material and which symbolise the drama of war. The mint mark is near the base. On the peacekeeping 10 Hryvnia, Ukraine's small coat of arms is in the centre, near the top, above which is the country name. Below, against the background of a globe, are the continents, with the coin's face value below. To the left is the coin's issue year, 2019, to the right is the mint mark. Around the top are the words, Ukrainian Peacekeeping Soldiers. Given the context in which we currently live, this is a particularly interesting set of coins. It is heartbreaking to see the images of war every day on our screens and to hear about what is happening. I've worked with colleagues from the Ukraine, and I hope that they and their families are safe. I also hope that this insanity will end soon, the troops will be withdrawn, and the work restoring the country can begin. I hope you've enjoyed looking at these coins with me. If you have, please like the video and leave a comment down below. You might also consider subscribing to my channel to ensure you do not miss any of the upcoming coins in my collection.